Mind games.
No, it's not an issue that affects the result of the fight. It's just a formal thing. If we comply.
The promotion had arranged substitute judges. They have flown in, and the boxing commission will determine who will be the.
Tyson Fury claimed that he was robbed after losing a unanimous decision to Oleksandr Usyk in their heavyweight world title rematch, but he has even gone the extra mile of getting an audio tape to back up his claims.
Agree with the decision? No, I certainly didn't. I didn't see how one judge could only didn't give him a round from round 6 onwards, and the other two gave him 1 round each. I don't know what fight they were watching. A neutral was.
According to news from a reputable source, the tape contained a conversation between Oleksandr Usyk and 2 of the judges, with Oleksandr Usyk mediating and discussing certain things that looked like some moves were made in Oleksandr Usyk's favor. But there have been questions as to whether the audio recording was AI generated or if it was real. While there isn't absolute evidence, some happenings during the fight week reinforce the fact that there remains a high possibility that the conversation did happen. Oleksandr Usyk was the brain behind the conversation, as he induced the meeting between Usyk and the judges after an interview where he complained about the double standards and the unfair treatment of the Ukrainian.
I thought he was dead tonight. I thought he was going to get it, if I'm honest.
I swear to God, I thought I won it by only 3 rounds. I bossed the fight in front foot all night. I worked.
Hence, the meeting with the judges was to discuss this, according to Usyk, as if the fallout over judges wasn't enough. Elsewhere during Friday's rules meeting, the other contentious points related to the length of Fury's full beard, the position of the shorts, and Usyk kissing a cross in the corner. Fury will not be obligated to shave it off, while his team sought clarity that any punches landed below the navel would be deemed low blows regardless of where the fighter's shorts and protective cup are positioned.
From me, was there really a big issue with the beard, or was that just mind games?
No, it's not an issue that affects the result of the fight. It's just a formal thing. If we comply with the rules or not.
Confusion caused chaos in Wrocław last August when Daniel Dubois's 5th round body punch was considered a low blow. Usyk's shorts were high, but no prior clarification or detailed instructions about illegal punches prior by the ringside official in their dressing rooms meant controversy persisted long after their world title bout. Clarity features heavily this time around. During Friday's weigh-ins, Oleksandr Usyk, Oleksandr Usyk's promoter, told Boxing News, "Usyk doesn't care about the beard, but for us as his team, we do care because we all have to comply with the rules. We'll sort it out with the commission. I can assume he will not shave it, but something is missing. Maybe they want to help Tyson somehow, but it's dangerous."
Is it in the rules you have to shave a beard, or?
Yeah, in the rules it says, the rules say that the beard has to be trimmed so that its volume.
He also likened Usyk not being allowed to kiss the Christian crucifix, a religious gesture of devotion, to the commission, or Queensberry telling someone they couldn't go for Friday prayer in Saudi, declaring it a stupid request and wasn't definitive on the final decision, despite prior reporting suggesting it would not be permitted. What he was unequivocal about was the double standards being displayed by one particular sanctioning body, with its president Mauricio Suleiman in full view this week. When coordinating the judges to be accepted for fight night, we made it very clear that this is option 1 and option 2. We're not favoring a judge, we're favoring following the rules in our agreement. If the WBC does not follow its own rules, well, I will speak now to the president and see what their position is.
It does not affect the punch. Every organization has that, but it doesn't clarify the specific length of the beard, and for this reason you can't say.
Having beaten Fury by split decision in May to become the first undisputed heavyweight champion since Lennox Lewis, the Ukrainian retained his World Boxing Organization, World Boxing Association, and World Boxing Council titles on Saturday's night, as all 3 judges scored the fight 116-112 in his favor. Fury, who was unbeaten in 35 professional fights before facing Usyk, celebrated as though he had won at the final bell and looked shocked as the scores were read out. According to Sky Sports report, Fury shared his immediate thoughts with some reporters as he made his way back to the dressing room, saying, "Robbed there! I swear to God I thought I won it by at least 3 rounds. I bossed the fight on front foot all night."
I was quite confident. I thought I won that fight again. I think I've got Larry Holmes here. I thought I've won both fights. But then again, I've gone home with 2 losses on my record now, so there's not much I can do about it. I can just fight my heart out and do the best I can. But again...
Speaking in a press conference less than an hour after the fight, Fury provided more measured comments, but still insisted the result had been unfair, using his promoter Frank Warren's opinion to back up his position. "Frank had me 3 or 4 rounds up. A lot of people had me at least 2, Fury said. "It is what it is. I am not going to cry over spilt milk. It has happened now. I have been in boxing all my life and you can't change any decision. But I will always feel hard done by. When you don't get a knockout, you can't guarantee a win. I think I won both fights. There is no doubt in my mind I won this fight. I think Usyk got a Christmas gift, but it's not Oleksandr's fault." Speaking in the ring straight after the fight, Warren added, "How come Tyson only got 4 rounds in this fight? It's impossible."
Say that Usyk wins thanks to his spirit. Did you feel it?
I didn't feel no spirit. I felt a little bit of Christmas spirit in there, and I think he got a little Christmas gift from them judges. Christmas gift early.
He's very disappointed, as I am as well. Everyone along the front of the ring thought it was all the same way. It's nuts! Did you only give him 4 rounds out of 8? I don't get it. Even boxing fans have blasted the judges after Tyson Fury lost to Oleksandr Usyk in their crunch rematch on Saturday night. Fury had gone into the clash hoping to get revenge on his rival following his defeat in their first showdown back in May. But Usyk ended up winning via unanimous decision, despite there appearing to be little to separate the 2 men. Fury was visibly disgusted as the result was read out, with the 36-year-old choosing to leave the ring without providing his verdict. Frank Warren was also critical, with the boxing promoter taking aim at the judges for their scorecards, and boxing fans on social media have ripped into the trio, with many feeling Fury was unlucky to lose. "Tyson Fury has just been robbed so freaking bad, no way that was 116, 112 to Usyk," were the words of one user.
Young man, good. Just there.
Tyson, I know there was an AI experiment tonight. Those AI judges didn't count, but do you see that as a potential?
What was the score? 1-1-9.
Fury been robbed there. Usyk has not won by that margin. What fight were the judges watching? Fumed a second. A third opined, the fight was robbed. Tyson Fury deserved it. Another wrote, "That's awful. Fury has been robbed." A fifth stated, "Usyk won by 4 rounds from all 3 judges. Fury won that. Draw at best. Robbed." And a sixth raged, "Tyson Fury won that boxing match. He was robbed. I thought he won by a round or 2 anyway." With Fury choosing to leave the ring, Warren was forced to answer questions about his fighter. The boxing promoter also criticized the judges, having been left baffled by their scorecards, and the decision to give Usyk the win.
9 to 1.
118 to 112. But your thoughts on AI judging fights in the future?
By the review of that, absolutely.
Well, we could put the World Boxing Council in the midst of all of these. If they are initially fair to Oleksandr Usyk, there might have been no need for any conversation with the judges. The crucifix, for instance, had caused so much chaos after their undisputed World Heavyweight Championship title in May. Oleksandr Usyk was eventually vindicated after careful review of the situation. However, after the cat systematically strangled Fury's hope for undisputed, nearly putting the 6 feet 9 inch in behemoth on the canvas to win the fight via split decision, a clip of the undefeated Ukrainian from the fight surfaced online. Many alleged Usyk was illegally using an inhaler in between rounds to cheat. The clip in question that has been making the rounds on social media, potentially tarnishing Usyk's achievement, showed Usyk sitting in his corner after the 7th round. Suddenly, one of Usyk's cornermen swiftly held an object in front of Usyk's face, prompting speculation as he leaned in, ostensibly inhaling its contents. Due to the angle of the camera, it's not quite clear what the object was, resulting in a widespread controversy theory among the masses. At first look, fight fans did seem to capture Usyk putting something to his mouth in his corner after the 7th round concluded. Naysayers and Usyk doubters immediately claimed it was an inhaler, which is illegal and could have disqualified the Ukrainian champion. Fortunately, smarter heads prevailed, and the video was slowed down to show Usyk kissing his cross. It seems silly, but this type of stuff is what causes rumors to start. Also, according to an ex-post from an MMA journalist, Kristina Sarkisova from Europop, the object in question wasn't an inhaler. Instead it was, brace for impact, a crucifix. Usyk is a deeply religious man who tried to gain strength from God's blessing during the fight by kissing the crucifix. Sarkisova also highlighted what the cornerman said to Usyk before the latter kissed the crucifix. "You want the crucifix?" To which Usyk said yes, and the controversy took hold. In reality, Usyk, along with Fury's collaboration, created history, something that has become so hard to accomplish in the modern four-belt era of boxing. Despite achieving the greatest honor, Usyk stayed humble, which makes him the greatest champion. Sadly, Tyson Fury and his fans have been making efforts to steal this from him. And in a short response to Tyson Fury and those attempting to steal his win away, he said, he posted a picture of a moment in the undisputed heavyweight title bout where he gave Tyson Fury a devastating blow that quickly wrinkled his face like one who's lived for centuries, sending a cryptic message to Fury as a reminder of the dirty experience he had with him in the ring. As it's often said, a picture is worth 1,000 words. And despite not adding a caption to it, everyone got the message that Oleksandr Usyk was trying to pass across to his opponent. It was a silencing punch that meant his noise was irrelevant, and it was high time he kept quiet.
Oleksandr Usyk has used the image to silence Tyson Fury, but Fury also had his good times in the fight, to the extent that after what can only be called a 12-round battle, the Ukrainian heavyweight made his way to the hospital to get his jaw checked for a fracture.
No, I don't worry.
However, as he returned to the venue for the press conference, the cut above his eye stitched, a bruised Usyk made his way to the podium with a smile and his daughter's favorite toy in his arm. With tears in his eyes, Usyk finally settled to answer the flock of reporters gathered ahead of him on such a ceremonious occasion. Responding to a question about the second scorecard, giving the win to Fury, Usyk said, "No, I don't worry. I believe I won."
Because we have a winner. Okay, maybe. I don't think about it. Because we have win.
When the question changed to the unforgettable 9th round standing 10 count, Fury seemed okay with it. "I don't think about it because we have a winner. No knockout, no problem, but for 12 rounds it's a big drama," said Usyk. And when asked whether Fury would use their rematch clause, Usyk explained he had been training for the last 9 months as he missed the birthdays of his 3 children and the birth of another one.
Yeah? Okay, no knockout, no problem. But 12 rounds, it's a big drama. Yeah.
At the end, Usyk just seemed thankful as he said, "My focus was only this fight. Now I am happy. I want to go back home, go to my church, pray, and say, 'Jesus, thank you,' because for me and my country, it's a big opportunity." With that said, Oleksandr Usyk clearly didn't cheat against Tyson Fury last weekend in Saudi Arabia. Hopefully people will appreciate the astronomical achievement Usyk has managed to accomplish when big fights are only made for big money.
Now, well, don't play, please. Well, I don't think about boxing now, please, because I say my start was.
As for Fury, boxing fans have now seen the victimized Tyson Fury they had never seen all through his career. Before his successive defeats to Oleksandr Usyk, Tyson Fury had won all fights in his career and had only drawn one against Deontay Wilder. Hence, seeing him lose for the first time now reveals the part of him that never wants to take responsibility, but would prefer pointing fingers at his opponents, the judges, or the corner after a bad performance.
I miss my father. I say my father, hey, listen, you live that, I live here.
Despite showing some sportsmanship in the aftermath by congratulating his opponent, Fury then ruined the moment with his remark on the microphone in the ring when approached by a member of the media, which has not gone down well with boxing fans. Fury, again just moments after losing to Usyk by split decision, threw that one last punch. It was a very low blow of the metaphorical variety. Fury intimated that Usyk, the Ukrainian boxer, had been awarded the fight because Ukraine is at war. Russia invaded Ukraine more than 2 years ago.
Won that fight. I believe he won a few of the rounds, but I won majority of them. And I believe it was, what can you do? One of them things, decisions in boxing.
You know his country's at war, so people are siding for the country at war? Fury said during an in-ring interview. Of course, it was the heat of the moment, and Fury would have been feeling very emotional after losing the fight and losing his undefeated status in the process, but it's a remark he probably won't be too happy with when everything settles down. It started with the Brit saying he felt like he has won the fight, which is fair enough. That's what all boxers say when they lose via the judges' scorecard. But to bring up Ukraine's current situation outside of boxing is not acceptable. And it's no surprise that boxing fans aren't best pleased with the comment. Make no mistake, I won that fight and I'll be back, he added. Manuel Oliver Palermo of Spain scored the fight 115-112 in favor of Usyk, and Craig Metcalf of Canada scored it 114-113 in favor of Usyk. Mike Fitzgerald of the United States scored it 114-113 in favor of Fury.
I'll be back. I've got a rematch clause. You know, I thank Jesus for all the victories he's given me. I've had a split decision loss for the good little man, and I thank him again. In the mighty name of Jesus, we go back home to our families and we run it back in October. Good luck to Oleksandr. Well done.
I believe I won that fight, Fury said. I believe he won a few of the rounds. I won the majority of them. Before those remarks, the fighters embraced several times, and Fury had kissed Usyk on the head as if in respect and admiration. After Fury's remarks, water sprayed into his face from the direction of Usyk's camp. Usyk motioned for it to stop. Later in the interview, Fury said, I believe I won the fight, but I'm not going to sit here and cry and make excuses. It was a good fight. He also added, it was one of the daftest decisions in boxing. I'll be back. The good little man got the decision. We'll go back to our families and I'll see him again in October. We'll go back, rest up. We'll run it again in October.
For me, it's hard when my father coming for me because
Usyk was not asked in the ring about Fury's comments, but he was asked about whether he wanted to fight Fury again. Yes, of course, very much, he said. I'm ready for a rematch. But Tyson Fury turned against his in-ring comments and downplayed talks of a possible rematch after announcing his retirement on his Instagram story, adding a worrisome caption to his post about the fight. He posted a picture of himself in the post-fight conference, speaking about the fight. Afterwards, he then posted a clip of himself in the ring giving his opponent a kiss in the forehead with the caption, "One last time."
Remember how my life.
Usyk had handed Fury a first professional defeat earlier this year, making history as he became the undisputed heavyweight world champion, the first in 25 years since the reign of Lennox Lewis. It was a high point in an outstanding career that has seen the Ukrainian already go undisputed at cruiserweight, as well as win Olympic gold at London 2012, but he was in no mood to concede his position as the world-leading heavyweight to Fury. That victory in May had also taken Usyk's rivalry with Fury to new heights of intensity. The Briton had worked with brutal ferocity to improve on his last performance, and he remained the sternest challenge for Usyk in the division. Pursuing this rematch did mean Usyk had to shed the IBF title, now held by Britain's Daniel Dubois, but his unified WBO, WBA, and WBC World Heavyweight Championships were on the line.
Yeah, Uncle Frank, I think blind. If Tyson says Christmas gift, okay, thank you God. Not Tyson, thank you God. Thank you.
Fury, who had held those belts before at different times, wanted them back. He glared down wide-eyed at Usyk when they first came to the center of the ring, mouthing a final message to his opponent. The Englishman, who weighed 281 pounds, albeit fully clothed, looked massive compared to Usyk. He landed the hardest shot of the first round too. Usyk had to blink as he backed off from Fury's right cross. Usyk, however, came forward to hold the center of the ring in the second round, and his southpaw punches pushed Fury back. But the challenger knocked a solid right into the side of Usyk's head and drew a first complaint from the Ukrainian in the third round. And that's all for now. For the very best updates on news, moments, events, and actions in the world of boxing, stay connected with us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to turn on notifications to get notified when we drop quality contents like this. Until next time, peace out